Alright, here we go. This will be my second attempt now at Metal Gear Solid The Twin Snakes on normal difficulty on console. I am using an adapter in my DualSense controller. I'm going to be switching ports when I get to Mantis because this does all 4 ports at once. I can only connect 1 controller per port, but the adapter will keep its power as long as I have something plugged in somewhere. So port 2 is plugged in, connected to nothing, and when I get to Mantis, I'll unplug from port 1 into port 4, providing I can do that fast enough. I've done it before. Let's hope I can do it again. One other thing to note, I'll just say this now before I get started. In the vents, we do a trick where we equip and unequip a weapon. It makes Snake crawl a little bit faster. I have the equip and unequip button mapped to this PlayStation button right here. But it doesn't work on the gamepad viewer, so that's why you won't see anything on the gamepad viewer while I'm pressing this button. It just makes things a little... It's easier than clicking the stick over and over again. It's you know, the angle and everything's just a lot better, so I'll just get that out of the way now. Settings are good, and let's get going. Normal difficulty, radar off, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Let's do it! First trick of the run, for those of you that aren't familiar with speedrunning Metal Gear The Twin Snakes, we're going to do what's called the Prozac skip right here. So we're going to drain our M9 of all of its ammo, generate a magazine that we can throw, and that clips us through the elevator doors. That gets us into the load zone for the elevator before the elevator comes down. It's a special, it's because the animation like extends Snake's hitbox, so by going into first person and turning around while that animation plays out, it allows the hitbox to clip through the barrier into the load zone. I'll be doing that trick 2 more times in this run, but that is the biggest time save. That'll save about 1.5 minutes over the entirety of the run. So as I said at the top of the recording, I am now using the PlayStation button. When I first entered the vent, I was using the R3 button, which you can see on the gamepad viewer. I am now using the PlayStation button in the center of the controller to do the same thing. It's just comfier, but it doesn't show up on the gamepad viewer. I'm not sure why it doesn't work on the gamepad viewer because, I mean, I did update the look of it and everything with like custom coding and that, but I just wasn't able to find anything for the PlayStation button, and it just stopped working after that.
Is there somebody there?
The next use of the Prozac skip is going to be right here. This saves between 15 and 20 seconds because we don't have to wait for Meryl to open the door. I think it was 15 to 20 seconds. It's a good chunk. Beautiful start.
What are you waiting for? Shoot!
Don't talk to me like a rookie.
I'm telling you, shoot!
Yeah, Meryl, shoot. That wasn't so smooth. Looks like there's a box of ammo by Meryl, though. Thanks, man. Thanks for stopping by. I'll be getting back to my regular Starfield playthrough tomorrow. This was kind of a random stream I decided to do because I got a new internet service today, so I wanted to test things out before I get to my normal Sunday night stream. And of course, this time around I forgot to split when I wanted to, but oh well, it's only a couple seconds off. I'm not used to manually splitting. Oh, that definitely sucks. Alright, now we gotta fight Ocelot. 3 shots, 3 well-placed shots, and he's down. Oh. Missed the first shot.
Hiding won't help.
Excellent, Snake.
It's been a while since I've missed that shot. Alright, now it's time to call Meryl. We got to get her frequency 140.15. It's off by 3. There's a lot of little things in this run that end up being very important. Positioning and things like that. What I'm about to do is called the laser roll. In the tank hangar here. There's lasers we have to dodge, and if you do it just right, you can roll past them and then shoot a couple of them. If I screw this up, it's a 45-second time loss. I probably could have got away with not shooting the third one and just rolling under the third one, but it took me a little while to get the shots lined up, so just to be on the safe side, I shot the third one. That went well, though. Rolling into that mine is intentional. It delays the, well, delays my movement until the chaff grenade. We want 3 well-placed headshots on this guy. Oh, I missed one. Got him. Standing in that position locks the tank into place. Game kind of gets like confused on where to go.
See how you like this?
That is the most important headshot of the fight. Missing that headshot and the tank can kind of just start moving around all over the place.
Excellent.
Overall, that was a good tank fight. Lost a couple seconds missing the 3rd headshot on the first gunner and having to wait for him to pop out again, but overall, not bad. Gonna clip through the door like this. It skips a mandatory codec call, saves about 6 seconds.
Who is that? Enemy sighted.
We don't want to get shot by the guards, because if I hit the ground at all, it triggers that mandatory codec call. Got to get the Nikita missile, Nikita missile launcher, and then down to B2. Speedrun in this game is my bread and butter. It was the first game I ever learned how to speedrun. And it actually started learning how to speedrun it about a year ago exactly. It was in January of last year at some point. Bad roll. Alright, so I'm going to keep the ninja in a loop by doing the same things. That keeps him from switching phases. Ah, missed the kick. Yeah, it got sloppy towards the end, but it was first about 3/4 of that fight was pretty smooth. But basically, you punch kick the ninja, and then shoot him. He'll block the shot, and then you can punch him twice. Then you do the punch kick. He moves, shoot, punch, moves, punch kick, moves, shoot, punch, and just repeat that. And he'll never switch phases. You can infinitely loop that. To break that cycle, you have to you do the shoot, punch, then the punch kick, then another punch. Without the shot, and that'll break the cycle. At the end, I was going for a teleport cancel. If you do the last bit of damage and get him to switch phases and fire off a shot at the right time, it'll cancel his like teleport across the room, and he'll be right next to you, and you can just hit him with one more punch, and you're done. It's very I think there's a 3-frame window when I analyzed it. It's ridiculous. Oh, and I forgot to split, of course. Manual splitting has just never been my friend. Knock there to get Meryl's attention. A lot of cutscene skipping in this game, too. Get out the way. Alright, here pretty soon, after I skip this little bit of cutscenes, I gotta take Meryl out, and then I gotta line up my first shot, and when the screen goes black, switch controller ports. On emulator, we just set up the controller to run on both port 1 and port 4 simultaneously. I can't do that on a console. So I'm gonna focus here just for a minute, and then I'll do, I'll talk when I can. Got it.
I cannot read you.
Damn it, I need a punch.
I cannot read you. I cannot read you.
For some reason, shooting Mantis in his right leg does the same amount of damage as a headshot, so we aim for the leg instead of the head. And then we also get the Meryl flop. Getting the punch and then shooting him in the leg 4 times gives you just enough damage to where it skips that phase, and instead of having to knock Meryl out again, she just falls over.
Stop. Meryl. No, it cannot be. No.
Great Mantis fight.
Excellent
Aside from missing that
snake.
punch. Started a little rough, but the rest of it was pretty solid. Shooting Meryl right there and running into her skips a small cutscene that's like 5 to 8 seconds or something like that. Would have been faster if Snake wasn't aiming at the little wolf, but that happens sometimes. It's been so long since I've done just a regular any percent run, I can't remember if having only 3 SOCOM ammo by this point is a really bad thing or not. I don't think so. Nighty-night. Nighty-night. PSG-1T, ammo, and Pentaz. Damn wolves. Damn it. She's gonna hide now, ain't she? Yep.
I got her.
Well, not a horrible wolf. I've definitely had worse wolf fights. I've also had better wolf fights. Not bad, not terrible. Not great either.
Excellent, Snake.
And this is the part where we're supposed to resist Ocelot's torture so we can save Meryl, and, you know, there's the ridiculous button mashing and all that. And it just so happens that saving Meryl takes an extremely long time. So we're just not going to do any of that. Sorry, Meryl. I'm sacrificing you for about 1.5 minutes worth of time. Okay? Glad we're on the same page. Now, in this room is probably the hardest trick in this game, and one of the biggest time saves in this run. What we want to do is we want to execute a perfect roll to get our gear while an in-game cutscene is playing out at the same time. There's a very small window to do it, and the amount of practice I've put into just this one roll is ridiculous. So you see that spinning box back there? That's where my gear is.
She took my clothes.
If you run too far into that room,
Hey.
Snake will stop and this cutscene will play.
Hey. Hey.
So what we want to do... Why do you keep sneezing? I'm knocking on the wall to prevent
Shut up in
that.
there, will ya? Shut up in
By
there,
doing
will ya?
that, the game
Shut up in
doesn't
there, will ya?
register that we've,
Hey.
like, broke out of prison because two things play at once.
Shut up in there, will ya?
And it just kind of, like, gets confused, I think.
Hey. Shut
So
up
later
in there, will
on,
ya?
when I get back to
Hey.
where I fought Sniper Wolf, there's a cutscene and codec call there that
Hey.
will not trigger
Shut up in
as
there,
a
will ya?
byproduct of this trick.
Hey. Shut up
Those
in
two
there, will
things
ya?
combined is about a 45-second time save. So the biggest time save trick is the skip at the very beginning, the Prozac skip in the elevator. That saves about 1.5 minutes, so this is the second probably biggest time save, but also the hardest time save to achieve. Well, that's arguable. If you can get a good lottery roll on liquid, that can save you a good chunk of time, and it's rare that I get a good lottery roll. I'll explain that when the time comes around.
Hey, I'm here.
For those of you not familiar.
Where?
I managed to get an absolutely perfect lottery roll in my normal difficulty 80% run on emulator, and that was huge. It was the only reason I ended up getting a sub 53. I think it was a 52:58. I think is what my emulator time was on normal, and it's only because I got that lottery roll.
What the hell?
Ah, damn it. The box is clipping through his leg, but its actual pickup zone is much smaller. The roll was a little too wide and needed to be closer to the torture machine. You almost have to, like, brush up against the side of the torture machine to get it. It's stupid. So that's unfortunate. Whoops. Hey man, how you been? Why did I go to... Well, you can tell I'm used to doing dog tag runs. I went to B2 instead of the first floor. It's the first time I've done an actual any percent run in a good while. Thanks, man. This is the first time I've even attempted normal on console, and my GameCube, the last time I tried to do a run, shit. Oh yeah, over here. The last time I tried to do a run with my GameCube, I got to right before the hind, and then an error popped up. So I think my GameCube might be dying.
Who is that? Who's that?
If this one dies, I'll probably just get another one. I really have no interest in buying a Wii. Because if I remember correctly, you gotta have the Wiimote in order to, like, start the discs and everything, and I don't feel like dealing with all that. Yeah, I actually got mine from a Goodwill auction. And it was tested to the point where it would turn on and the disc would spin. They never actually tested it to see if it would actually read the disc, so it was a gamble. I think I only paid like $55 or something like that. And I got the GameCube, the cables, and a controller with it. I'm pretty sure it was less than $60. It might have been 65, I think, with shipping or something like that. But I think if I go on eBay, I was finding some just GameCubes, no cables, nothing extra, just the cube for around $60, I think. I'd have to look again. But yeah, if this one dies, that's what I'll end up doing at some point. But this is literally the only game that I play on my GameCube. So it's like, if it dies, it dies. Good old-fashioned disc swap.
Excellent, Snake.
Ah, I knew I should have threw another stun in there. Faceplant. It's one of the better tower climbs I've had in a while.
Excellent, Snake.
Aside from the faceplant, of course. It was pretty solid. Whoops. Whoops. I always mash start and B right there way too much and pause the game. And of course I get double steamed. Held on to that grenade a little bit too long. Ah, damn it, Snake.
Damn.
Since I only got 2 chaff grenades, I'm just going to tank the damage from the first 2 sets of cameras. Snake flop. Alright, everybody's favorite boss fight in this game. I actually don't mind the Hind as much as I do Wolf 1. It's rare that I have a phenomenal Wolf 1. Damn it. Fired it off just a little bit too quick. I don't think I've ever seen the Hind go down, come up, and then change positions before it went down again.
Useless piece of junk!
Right? I still haven't dabbled in extreme yet. I've done very easy through hard, and just haven't done it. It's the big boss rank is intimidating.
Excellent.
I'm not even gonna lie about it. But I've also never gotten big boss rank in any Metal Gear game ever. Just never felt like trying that hard. Yeah, I know big boss isn't required, but yeah, it seems like when I looked at the boards, I think there was only like 1 or 2 runs that that didn't do it. So it's just kind of like, if everybody's doing big boss, I'll do big boss when I get around to it. But yeah, hard with an M9 would be kind of nice, but that's also kind of what makes hard mode unique.
Too late, Snake. Now die!
Alright, let's see how disastrous Wolf 2 ends up being. Come on. What? I definitely saw her turn around.
Excellent, Snake.
That is nice. That is a great part about the speedrun, is skipping all of Otacon's tears. You know what would be even better, though? Skipping all of Ryan's complaining in Metal Gear 2. That might actually be a satisfying way to play Metal Gear 2. Yeah, I saw that. That was ridiculous. Did she stay there for the rest of the fight, or once she took damage, she finally moved? Grim, I'm in the same way. I'm in the same boat with you. At least I can have sympathy for Otacon. That's the main difference. Shit, I'm trying to remember how to deal with the first guard in the Rex lair. I don't remember how you deal with him in an 80% run. I've done so many dog tag runs lately. That's right. I forgot about the shoot halfway up the stairs bit. It's been so long since I've done 80%. I think it's been the last normal run I did was my PB run whenever I posted that, which was like 4 or 5 months ago. But the last 80% run I did was a console run, and that was on easy like 2 months ago, 3 months ago, somewhere in there.
Excellent, Snake.
Frame rate definitely slows down there on console, that's for sure. I normally do a 1-2 count when I fire off another missile, but a 1-2 count wasn't quite enough there. Yeah, I've been, I didn't necessarily count as bullets, but there's just like a certain, almost like pattern I listen for in a way. It's kind of just by feel almost. There we go. Thanks for that tip. It'll be nice not having to backtrack to the warehouse after getting the PAL key from the rat. Yes, not in the goo. I still have yet to do an actual Metal Gear Solid PS1 run. I just feel like the PSG1 backtrack and PAL backtrack would be so boring. You know what? I don't remember how many Stinger missiles I have left, so I'm going to grab those just to be on the safe side, because there was one of the dog tag runs that I did. Well, I did grab the ones in the blast furnace, but in my, not my last tag run, but the one before that, I was one missile short on Rex, because I didn't get the ones in the blast furnace or the ones in Warehouse North. Well, the thing is I wouldn't have been one short if I had taken my time, because I had fired off, I pressed square, like, started mashing it, and fired off 2 missiles in a row, and had I not done that, I would have had exactly enough. that run had some other significant issues anyways. I ended up, see, I think it was an hour and 56 seconds, and I ended up beating that with a 59:29, so yeah, it needed to be redone anyways.
Excellent, Snake.
My positioning in Rex Phase 1 has been off, I feel like, just enough to make him start moving around.
I can finally.
I think I'm too far to the right. I think I need to move to the, scoot to the left just a little bit.
After Zanzibar land, I was taken from the battle, neither truly alive nor truly dead. An undying shadow in a world of light. But soon it will finally end.
Right, yeah, we'll blame it on Rex. That was a damn good phase 2, though.
Excellent, Snake.
Damn it. Yeah, he's gonna fall off. Yeah. That was a terrible liquid fight.
Excellent, Snake.
Sad part is, nah, this probably won't be beat my easy time.
Hurry!
I think my best Time on easy was a 55.25 IGT.
I'll take the wheel.
It'll be close.
Uh-oh, a surveillance camera. Uh-oh, no key. It's got keys. Let's go. Snake, climb in. Let's go. Use the weapon button to fire that machine. Shoot back with it, Snake.
It's always nice when you get shot there and Snake actually moves towards the other barrel. It's always good.
Snake. Here they come!
Thanks, man. Is it going to be under 58? I don't think so. Maybe. $57.59. So with this game, for those of you that don't know, it's timed by IGT, and the IGT is usually, if I remember correctly, I think it's like 2 minutes off of the real time. So this is probably high 55, low 56, somewhere in there. We'll have to wait probably about 5 minutes for the credits to go by to find out, but we'll find out. See where I land on that one. Not bad for my first any percent console run in a good while. Let me look here. I've started making a spreadsheet of like every single speed run that I do, just to, you know, that way I'm not just keeping track of PBs and stuff. Yeah, my first very easy console run was a 5908 IGT. My first easy run was a 5741 IGT, so not bad. Not a bad start for a new category. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit. Tomorrow will be back to my regular programming of Starfield, and then that'll continue on Wednesdays and Sundays and Wednesdays for a while. I'm not 100% sure when I'm gonna stop streaming Starfield. I don't want to drag it on too long, but they've actually been doing pretty decent, and I'm enjoying that game quite a bit. And then I want to start Red Dead Redemption 2, which is another lengthy as fuck game. But yeah, so my speedruns have kind of been more of an off-stream deal lately. So I can use those, like, couple days that I have for other things. And then speedruns are just kind of fit in when I have the time for them. Because at some point, let's see, so far I've done very easy, normal, and hard on emulator. I've done very easy, now normal on console. I've done hard tags on emulator, normal tags on emulator. So I still need to check off easy tags and very easy tags. And then I want to do dog tags on console, so that's 4 more difficulties. And then maybe once I'm done with all that, then maybe I'll venture into extreme territory. Still got quite the list to go through, and I started speedrunning this a year ago. Fun fact, my very first speedrun of this game was done almost it was at some point in January last year. I'd have to actually go back and look. But actually I can't say it was my very first speedrun was in January, and I think it was like an hour and 27 minutes or something like that on very easy. But that was before I learned any of the, tricks and strategies and all that stuff. And then eventually the first run I submitted to the leaderboards was 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 28 seconds, I think. So it's been a long year. A lot of Twin Snakes over the last year. But we'll see where this puts me, and then I'll probably wrap it up for the night. It's going to be a short stream, but as I said at the beginning, the main purpose of this was to test the reliability of my new internet connection, because I just switched companies, and my Starfield streams have been 3 to 4 hours, and I don't want those to I don't want to encounter any issues in the middle of that. So I figure an hour and a half stream would be good for tonight. Yeah, I have 0 dropped frames. I increased my bit rate from 4,000 to 6,000, which was like the highest it would let me set it to, and it's been holding that strong the entirety of the time, with hardly any fluctuation. I mean, there's a little fluctuation because you're gonna have that, but like right now, just looking at it, let's see, it's OBS is reporting it, because even if I set it at 6,000, it'll still go higher and lower than 6,000. 6,000 is just like the average, but it's at 62, 6,000, 63, 59, 61. So it pretty much hangs out between like the 58, 59 and 62, 63 range and fluctuates in there. But outside of that, everything's been fine. And that's just completely normal to begin with.
Allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes.
That, and it would actually be nice to be able
The
to,
type of life they want to live.
stream while other people in the house are watching TV and stuff.
Whether you've been programmed or not isn't important. The important thing is that you choose life. And then live.
Yeah, Snake, live. I injected you with a virus, but you need to live.
Sir, the entire unit was wiped out. Yes. Yes, sir. Thanks to the vaccine. Yes, those two are still alive. The Vector? Yes, sir. Fox Die should become activated soon. Right on schedule.
At some point, I need to go back and revisit some of my older emulator runs.
No.
It's like on easy, I think I only did that twice. Hard, I think I hard, I think my leaderboard time was my first run on it. I don't know if I ever did another hard any percent run on emulator. But easy and hard are pretty much not ran by anybody anyway. It's usually very easy, normal, and extreme.
Yes. Yes.
Well, let me rephrase. Almost nobody runs this game anymore anyways. Pretty much me and Nick RP Green have been like the only people doing anything on it in quite some time.
Of course, the other one thinks so too.
Which kind of disappoints me a little bit. I wish this game got more love.
Completely. It takes a well-balanced individual such as yourself to rule the world. Yes. Yes, sir. No, sir. No one knows that you were the third one. Solidus. What should I do about the woman?
I did see that. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but it was the nut percent.
Yes. Yes.
I forgot about that one. It didn't. I was just kind of looking at the main base game board and went through the recent runs, and some, you know, that was a category extension, so it didn't show up in there. 55:37. That's actually, I'm pretty happy with that, because again, my best time on easy was a 55:02, and that one actually took me a little bit of grinding. So a 55 right off the bat is pretty good. I actually haven't even looked at the board in quite a while. Well, that is a comfy 6th place. Plywood's in 5th at a 55-54. Actually, no, that puts me in 5th. Plywood's got a 5th. Actually, no, that puts me in 4th. Bracken's at 55-45. Plywood 55-54. But let's see. Looks like only you, Blue Metal, and Nick have done a console normal run since the Prozac skips. The rest of them are all 2 years older or plus. That is the only reason half of my leaderboard times are probably where they're at. Is because the a lot of the guys that were really good at this back in the day were running it beforehand. Like on easy, I've got Plywood beat by actually my easy time was a 55-25 on console. I got Plywood beat by 25 seconds, but he had his was, you know, obviously without the Prozac skips, so arguably a much better run than what mine was. I just had free time save. It'd be nice if you know, some of them guys came back and did something new, but yeah, it just is what it is. It was nice to see that little bit of resurgence when it came up. It died pretty quick, though. But anyway, if you're watching on YouTube, there's the link down there and the playlist over that direction and all that. So, yeah, new normal PB, pretty decent one right off the bat. So I'll take that.